Hey, I'm Chris, and I'm going to be reviewing the movie Wall-E, which was brought to us by the creators of The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, and Cars. So this is your classic boy meets girl movie, right? Not really. There's a nice little twist to it. See, the guy, he's a robot that was left here on Earth to clean up. The rest of the robots have all stopped working. He's the last one of his kind, and he's developed a personality. He's very curious, like the trailer says. So he goes in, and he's just looking at the world around him, and one day, she arrives. And he sees her, and he's just like, wow. That's all. He can just be like, wow. And he can't speak much. In fact, in this movie, there aren't that many words. There's like a little chitter chat back and forth here and there, but mainly the emotions are brought to you by through the music, because like in reality, robots don't really talk to each other. They don't talk to each other. So you've got that going on. And so like you think, oh, it's the basic love story between a guy and a girl. And like this guy, he does everything. She's not interested in him, but he goes after her, he follows her to the ends of the universe just to be with her, to find out what's wrong with her. And while he's going, they go on this journey, and it starts up this whole epic thing. And like, you have, for little kids, it's great, because it's like, the basic boy meets girl love story, and the guy ends up getting the girl in the end. Like, yes, right? Every movie has to end with the guy getting the girl, right? Like, whatever. But, for adults, the movie can portray that we need to take care of our Earth, because that's the whole thing. There's like this go green theme in there that's like, well, if we don't take care of our Earth, the Earth is going to be polluted, and we're all going to have to leave, and then like they're going to clean up the Earth, and like the Earth is going to die. Basically, the Earth dies. And, so that's one main topic that's in this movie. But what does that mean? Like, what is the point to that? Yeah, we need to clean up the Earth, but okay, so like you can tell me that all you want. Is it really going to get that bad that I have to seriously get on a little spaceship, fly up into space, and wait there? What they said was going to be like 7 years, 7 years, and it turned out to 700? Is seriously? That's insane. I'm not going to stay in space for that long anyway. That's just cramped and tiny. And then, like, it shows that humans, like, there's two things with humans. Like, number one, we like to buy things. The main company behind everything is Buy and Large. It's like an amplified Costco. You, like, seriously have all this stuff that you can buy from, and you buy it in bulk. And then you get to use it all. Well, I mean, the more stuff we have and the more stuff we use, of course the Earth's going to become more trash, because, like, there's something has to happen to all that junk. And then the other one is that we're humans, we love to be lazy. We don't like to work. If I could, I'd sit in my room all day and do, like, absolutely nothing, because, like, that is fun. So, like, these people, they get on the spaceship, and they have, like, the entire space, the entire, universe to look at. And what do? They sit in little motorized chairs, talking to the friend that's sitting right next to them on a computer, on a webcam. They're, like, chit-chatting back and forth. And then, like, there's a couple scenes where, like, they're playing golf, and he's, like, using a joystick to, like, tell where he wants the golf ball to fly, and the robot's doing it for him. Robots do everything. I mean, a guy falls off of his chair, and the guy can't even pick himself off of the ground and get back in the chair, because, like, number one, he got really fat, because, like, they're not doing anything, they're sitting around. They all look fat, and they're all the same. And he needs a robot's help to get into a chair. I mean, seriously? Is the human race that lazy? I don't know. I don't care how, like, lazy I am. If I fall off of my chair, I'm gonna pick myself up, because, like, why would I want someone else to pick me up? That's just weird. So you've got all of this going on. And then, you think about the movie, and what does this mean for me? What does this mean to me as a Christian? And, like, sounds crazy, but there's, like, a spiritual element to it. Like, a real spiritual element. Like, God is portrayed in this. His plan for man is in this movie. One plan. Do you notice all the humans? They're very cartoonish and, like, blobby. And it kind of annoyed me at first because like everything else, all the animation is like perfect. And then you have this blob. It's called human. You know, like it looks bad. Almost like they just threw it together. And I was like, what was the point of that? And if you think about it, they're not doing anything. They don't have a purpose in life. Their purpose in life is to sit in a chair and be taken around. So they all look the same because they all do the same thing in the same way. They lost their uniqueness. And if you want to tie that in with spirituality, God gave us a purpose. He made us unique to give us our unique purpose, to give us the job that we need to do in our own way. And when we lose that, we start to look the same. You know, being equal, when you talk about being equal, yeah, equal rights, equal everything, but like looking the same or being the same, that gets rid of God's divine purpose for our lives, because that just means that everyone's going to do exactly the same way, same thing, same way. And then, can we really call ourselves individuals, or are we just blobs that float around in milk chairs? Then the other main point in the movie that you can tie to spirituality is the fact that, you know, the earth is dead. And the whole point revolves around getting a plant into a sensor which will take the humans back to Earth. And, you know, the robots are told, oh, Earth is dead, don't come back. Just stay up in space, it's better for everyone up there. And, like, there's this sign of life that comes with the ship, and the captain's like, no, we need to go back, we need to go back. And the robot's like, no, you can't go back. And he's like, but, you know, this little guy, all he needed was water. He needed someone to look after him. And it hits him that they have to go to Earth. Because God gave us the purpose, the job on this Earth to take care of it. The Earth provides for us, and we take care of the Earth. If we stop taking care of the Earth will stop taking care of us. And once we learn that, once we go back to the very beginning of what God's intention for us was on this planet, and that's to take care of it, to, you know, help the plants along, help everything out. You know, sin entered this world, but we can still change things. Like, yeah, plants die, but we can still help them. We can keep them alive. We can water them. It takes us to care for the earth in which we were given, for the earth to be able to provide back for us. Or else the earth will just become toxic. And we don't have to spend the rest of our days up in a spaceship somewhere for 700 years before some captain down the line says, wait a second, what does that say? Oh, we just need to go take care of the earth. You know, that's the main point in WALL-E. It's our responsibility to take care of the earth. No matter how you do that, whether it's just like gardening in your own lawn, you know, gardening, keeping everything alive, recycling, just doing stuff like that. That in itself takes care of the earth. And we gotta make sure that we are working on our own stuff before we can go out and say, well, we need to change the world. We need to help the world. It has to start with us, because our individual job is to take care of the earth. So we need to start and take care of what we were given before we can branch out and take care of the rest of the earth.